Hi, I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. So I had really, I don't know if it's a weird thing, a sad thing, or it was just so odd. I had this very weird and potentially embarrassing thing happen to me the other day. We had just come back, obviously we just come back from our trip to Underberg, see my last video. And I was in the store, we call it Checkers here, it's kind of like Costco. And I was in Checkers, and this little boy was with his mom, and I could see him like looking at me. You know when you in a shop and you go up the aisle and they come down the aisle, and you tend to do this on each aisle. You know, you keep bumping into the same people. I of course hate bumping into anybody, let alone the same people. And this little boy, I could see he was quite startled, and every time he went past me, he'd like look at me. Anyway, cut a long story short, we're at the tills, and they're kind of like at the till next to me, but we're in line, and I could see him looking, and his mother was like sort of, she was embarrassed, and he eventually said to her mum, like, "Mummy," he must be about 6 or 8 years old. He wanted to know from her, what is wrong with that man's face? And I was like looking around. I thought, oh my God, maybe there's like a man with like something wrong with his face. I don't know. And eventually I realized, like within seconds, I thought, oh fuck, he's talking about me. Anyway, the mother was mortified. She didn't quite know what to say. Now, you can't explain to a 6 or 8 year old what really bad acne scars are. It's going to take too long, and it's just going to lead to far more questions than what it answers. So the lady just looked at me and she said, "I think he was burnt by fire, something hot, like he was burnt. That's like burn marks." And I didn't know if I should be horribly offended or if I should have given her kudos for actually thinking so quickly on her feet. Anyway, obviously I left it. I wasn't supposed to hear that, because it wasn't a thing that she screamed out and told her son that I'd been very badly burnt. But it just got me thinking. So I'm touching my terribly burnt face. It just got me thinking, like, you have an image of yourself in your mind. You know what you look like in the mirror. You know what you look like when you walk past a shop window and you see your reflection. And yet, that's not. First of all, that's not actually what you look like, because you're looking at a reverse image of yourself. Okay, that's a whole other video. But secondly, that's not how other people perceive you. For instance, I have got bad scarring. I mean, you guys know, you can see. I have very bad scarring from having really, really bad acne when I was a young child. It started when I was about 12, and it got really, really severe, to the point that it has probably affected my life and my life choices and the kind of person I am, because of what I went through with my skin. Yeah, that might sound petty to people. I'm like, oh, Matthew, there are people who go through far worse than you. Yes, there are, but that's not how it felt to me. We all deal with our own issues in our own way. We all have issues, and my skin was one of mine. And it did get me thinking, though, and it's interesting. It got me thinking about perfection. It got me thinking about not only perfection, but perception. Now, we're all exposed to the whole TikTok business of going out to Greece or going to Paris, and we see these aesthetic TikToks, and we see these people on the golden sands of wherever they are, and they are living their best life. I think that's what you say. You're living your best life, and they're gorgeous, they're tanned, they have long flowing hair, and they're just absolutely stunning. And I often wonder, like, is that what we are meant to be aspiring to? Is that perfection? I understand that what you see is never what you get, or what you see is never what's going on behind the scenes. And there's a lady who is on TikTok. I have no idea who she is, but anyway, I stumbled across one or two of her TikTok videos where she was doing that. She was doing the whole model on the beach, I live such a perfect life. And what she did was she then went and exposed the behind the scenes of all her photo shoots. So what she would do is she'd show you like a little clip of the actual aesthetic video she took, and then she would, the rest of the video, that like 30 seconds or whatever, she would do like a little montage of what it actually looked like behind the scenes and how she would have to run into the middle of the road to get that perfect shot, then run out. She's actually wearing sneakers underneath that beautiful bridal gown and not the high heels that you see in the next, that sort of thing. So nothing is as it seems, and perfection is never real. Perfection is perfection is perception. I knew I was going to get that wrong. Fuck. Perfection is perception. It's what you see, and it's never really what is shown. I could never aspire to the chiseled body that appears in a Yves Saint Laurent advert, you know, or I know there are a lot of my female friends who simply could never ever and don't want to aspire to the Coco Chanel ads and the Jean Paul Gaultier ads, and that's okay. That's okay. Those people they spend their life doing that because the reason they look like that is it's their job. That is why they are paid so much money, and it must be bloody awful. We all hear the stories about the models who literally just live on an ice block, and they every now and again when they feel faint they just sniff a piece of cheese, you know, and it must be really, really hard. The standards of beauty or Western beauty are so demanding. My God, if we all had to try to look like those models, the gyms would be full. The gyms would not actually know what to do because there'd be more people in the gym than what are signed up for the gym. That's actually a statistic. I don't know if you know that. But anyway, I was just thinking, like, I could never be perfect. I could go and I could have my skin sorted out. I could go, I know a guy who does plastic surgery, Dr. Ash. He's a great reconstructive plastic surgeon, blah, blah. He could do my skin for me. It's going to cost me a kidney. I mean, I'd have beautiful skin, but I would have to sell a kidney on the black market to afford it. But I also think to myself, why? I've grown up with this, okay, with all of this. And to me, it makes me what I am. It's kind of like a scar of honor, a badge of honor. Like it kind of says to people, you know what? I've gone through this. I've survived it. Yes, I've been scarred for life, physically, but I'm here. I'm proud to have my skin. I'm not going to go and have it sorted out and done or fixed because I don't believe there's anything wrong with it. Does that kind of make sense? Kind of makes sense to me. There's nothing wrong with my skin as it is, and I've accepted it. And I've accepted the fact that I'm a little overweight, not hugely, but I am a bit overweight. And yes, I'm a chubby, and I like being a chubby. I am happy, really happy with the way I am at the moment. And it's taken a long time, a very long time, many, many years for me to feel comfortable in my own skin. I know that's very cliched, but it's true. And I'm just hoping that if you're watching this and you do have a little bit of a, oh my God, my eyes are too small, or oh my God, you know, my nose is too long, or my hair is too thin, or, you know, my tits are too small, or my tits are too big, you know, whatever. I do hope that you will understand that that is you. Yes, if you want to go out and work 6 hours a day in the gym, you know, 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the afternoon, and, you know, you want to do it, that's great. Make it your lifestyle, but it would have to be a lifestyle. And you know, you don't have to. You don't have to. I'm not going to say like you are perfect just the way you are, because none of us are. None of us are. There's always room for improvement. But look at yourself. Look at your true features, your true beauty. Find something within you or without you that you can focus on and say, you know what? This is what is good about me. This is what I am proud of. And allow that thought to take over whenever you are feeling fat, miserable, ugly, spotty. Okay, think about what you have got and what you have been blessed with. Because trust and believe, and you all know this, there is literally no such thing as the perfect person. So I'm going to go and work on my chubby tits, and I will see you on the flip side.